Howdy all, welcome back to Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. So, I am at the tail end of about 4 hours of playing. It is almost 1 in the morning. I didn't get done with work till really late. We started a new, I'm going to be streaming, well, I'm going to be on the stream, since my internet can't handle streaming, twice a week now, 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern, on Mr. M. Fretwell's channel on Twitch. And so between that and work, and this cold, I spent the last 4 hours getting my levels because I saw a tweet that said this weekend is the streamer weekend, so there's a good chance that we get 18 next week. And yeah, so I decided I had better. Man, I need a spot to land this beast. I'm gonna have to go up top here, I guess. I don't know how this thing flies. I've never watched a video or seen anything. I guess let's clean off this area up here. So I can have a landing pad on my base. Oh yeah, let's use the axe to chop down tables. But yeah, I did a bunch of quests and got my levels, and you know, this is actually takes less time to build than the truck. You'd think it'd be more, but there she is, the gyrocopter, my goal. My goal. I am level 121 now. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I've got a lot of points, But this has been my goal the entire time, is to see this, because oh, it only holds 200 fuel. Interesting. Here we go. Oh, wow, you look weird. Well, okay. Oh. Is there a way to... just fly up with it? Okay. Apparently I need to... get it down on the road, so I've got a spot to actually take off. I thought it'd be like a helicopter, right? And I could just take off straight up, but apparently it's not a helicopter. I mean, I knew it was a gyrocopter. I know those things kind of take off like planes a little bit. But I thought maybe, you know, it would work like a helicopter instead of a gyrocopter. I was wrong. Okay, well, this should give me a little more space. Alright. I don't, okay, so it uses my... Oh, man. it just fly? Will it fall if I don't press forward? Looks like it's just hovering. Oh, wait, wait. We're definitely falling out of the air. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Okay. Alright, alright. I gotcha. Crouch and spacebar for up and down. Gotcha. Okay. So we can aim it down. Shift, of course, to make it go a little faster. Yeah, looking around. I wonder if I can do this. Does this... No, looking around does not appear to control it like with the... Ooh, don't hit that tree. Oof. Like with the... Will you stop pressing that button? With the trucks and the bikes and stuff, but this is pretty awesome. I don't know why I'm following the road with this. I don't have to anymore. I can fly. Yeah, it's Horde night, so I don't particularly. I don't know if we're gonna make it to Horde night. We might. I don't remember how fast time moves. Will you stop pressing N? C is your control to aim downward. But I did not. I did not really get a lot of. I mean, I patched up after last Horde night, but I didn't. I didn't insert a bunch of new defenses, so I don't know how well my base will survive 42 Horde night. But you know what? It's fine. Whatever. I also discovered, you think I'd have figured this out a while ago, one of the things that stopped me from making a bunch of bullets is lack of brass. That's why there's steel-jacketed shells. I don't need brass. I can use iron. I don't know why that didn't occur to me before, but there was no reason I couldn't have had my 5,000 shells, because you can mine lead. I have lead mines. And you can buy or mine coal and niter. I have those. And those, along with iron, which you can also mine, are like the only ingredients I needed to make shells, and I've been looking for brass this whole time, and there was no reason for it. Heck, right there is something. There's something else. I think that's niter, both of those, right? There's some more down there, I think. All this white stuff in the walls. That right there? Maybe that's gravel. I can't remember. I think it's niter, though. I guess I could land and check it out if I wanted to. But hey, look, there's the Bates Motel that we stopped at. How we doing on fuel? This is just an area of the game that I don't get to go down because I'm so worried about dropping my vehicle in the river. And this actually pilots better than I expected. I honestly thought it was going to be super glitchy. I've been playing this game a long time, and so I was for sure expecting, you know, glitchiness on the level of the old mini bikes. But yeah, this weekend is Alpha 18 stream, so I'm expecting Alpha 18 for next week, which is you know, I mean, hey, I made my goal, right? I want to get that gyrocopter before 18 came out, and I succeeded. Ooh, look at this. This would have been, had it not been in the desert, that right there would make an excellent base. Right up until they knock the concrete pillars out from underneath of you anyways. Yeah, haven't seen a lot from 18. I wouldn't say I've avoided it, but I definitely watched a lot more about 17 than I did for 18. I know they've had a lot of streams and videos and stuff already of it from the developers, but yeah. I don't know what that means for my my streaming group, because we often play 7 Days to Die, but our next... Right now we're in October, and the guy that we play with, he streams, we don't stream. Oh, and this is where I lose my helicopter, because I flew right into... Although I wasn't really taking any damage, but I am running out of fuel. I'm running out of fuel. We need to land. We need to land. Gently, gently, gently. Gently. Well, let's at least get up the hill here. Gently. Oh, is that all the fuel I brought? No, I've got a ton of fuel. That's just the tiny tank you've got. I'm gonna take off like a rocket. Can we please go this way, away from the radiation zone? Thank you. Trying to fly me back into the radiation zone. We did not get to play D&D this week, which I know is often a discussion on here for me. Our DM didn't have time to prepare. Which, as many discussions before, I don't know what he has to prepare. We're literally playing a pre-made campaign, and he purchased the module for the platform we're using, Roll20. So everything preparation-wise, I believe, is pretty much all done. So I'm not exactly sure what he didn't have time to prep. Honestly, I think it's just a lie, because he didn't want to do it. I'm not saying he wasn't busy, but instead of saying, I'm too busy tonight to play, which would have been a lie, because he was very disappointed that I didn't want to hang out and chat with him instead. Yeah. You know, don't tell me you don't have time to play and then want to chat about nonsense for 3 hours. 'Cause he was like, he calls me at right around 9, and says that, well, no, he sent a message that there wouldn't be D&D, and then he called me at about 9 and said that he was just getting home and he wouldn't be able to talk about comics for an hour. Because it doesn't matter what we do, he still has read all the comics that day. Because we read the DC comics every week. All of them. You know, it takes me like 2.5 hours mixed in with everything else I'm doing for the day to get through them all. So it's not any, you know, it's not something that doesn't require a lot of time. And then I spent a lot of time in this place right here today. There were a bunch of tier 3 quests involving this place right here. There's a huge complex underneath of this place. I killed so many hazmat zombies. It was crazy. But it was worth it, because being able to fly is awesome. But so yeah, so he called me about 9. It was a little before 9, I think, about 8:40, and said, yeah, I'd say it was about 8:40, and said that he'd be an hour yet before we could start, and with comics. And so, so I came downstairs, and shortly after that phone call, and started up a game that I hadn't played before. Oh, no, I started up the new version of Cube World because I was going to check it out. I gotta see if my old version is the old version that I'm familiar with versus the new version, because there's a lot of differences. But, so I started up that game, and then I was in the character creation process when he jumped on Discord. After telling me he'd be an hour, he was like 15 minutes, and we started about 9 talking about comics, and we were done by like 9:20. And there wasn't a whole lot to say, and maybe 9:30. And so we've had D&D nights where we don't start before 10 o'clock. And so I'm like, well, now we're done early enough to play D&D. So he's like, oh, we can't play D&D tonight. I don't have anything prepared. Which I roll my eyes at, as I said earlier. There's nothing for him to actually prepare. I personally could just pick up where we're at and run it. It's like our other campaign. We are... let me look real quick. We are... $230. Today's Thursday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 238 days on a campaign he's the DM of since the last time he posted anything. And all he has to post is that the village has zombies in it. Because that's all that's in the book. That's it. That's all he has to post. And he just straight up won't do it. And I don't understand why. I mean, I think the reason he won't do it is because he's mad that we won't play it in real time. And he thinks that we should be playing in real time and not online. Ooh, I hope I can land before I done let my thing run out of fuel here. Oh, no, we're just drifting down. Well, so far I haven't crashed, so that's a big plus. All right, come on, we gotta get back to base. I already actually fought a horde today. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, I'm pressing backwards. Why are you going forward to smash into that tree? Why? There you go. There you go. Whoa. We're kind of, not quite on the ground here. Would you get in the air? Stop messing around. You obviously can't fly. What is going on? It suddenly doesn't want to fly. There we go. I just wanted to fly back home. But so he was really mad back when we started it. I don't want to say mad, but he kept begging us to set aside hours of the week to play it all at the same time like we do on Wednesday nights. And because what we do on Wednesday nights is, even though it's online, we play it real time, and everybody jumps on their computer and gets in Discord, and we play it then and there. And so I want to play a they call it play by post, where like people have played. I don't know how to stop you. Stop. Just slow down. I kind of feel like this thing needs a throttle. But I would really like to play like a play-by-post, where like it's not email because we're playing on Discord the way I want to play it. And so we played on Discord, then, you know, I want people to post like once a day or once every other day. And I don't think that's asking too much. Like, think of all the texts that everybody does, or all the messages you post on Facebook. You know, what exactly is stopping people from checking Discord once a day and posting just a message about what they want their character to do? I don't understand why that's so hard for them to do, but I have started and I have played in multiple setups now of playing D&D on Discord, and nobody will stick with it. I also discovered today that 9mm shells turn into brass, and shotgun shells turn into lead. And I don't use 9mm or shotgun shells. So I found another source for brass and lead today. My problem now is I don't have any niter. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know why he won't post in there. And when you ask him about it, he's like, yeah, I'll get to it. But it's been 258 days. We're approaching 3 months now from a year. So 9 months. We're like 9 months since the last time he posted anything. But he can sit around and read comics all day Wednesday. But he can't just jump on and leave a message that he copies from a book. Explain that one to me. But even when we talk about it, and I'm like, hey man, you ever gonna post that? Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I wish we could just all get together like on a weekend and play it. Well, A, that's not gonna happen because everybody has super busy lives. And B, we already started as a play-by-post. Why can't you just post? And then, like, the I think I'm gonna have to drop the 2 players from my campaign. I mean, I haven't been pressing to keep it going as much as I used to, but I had 4 people, and I questioned 2 of them down because I knew they were gonna do what they've done. And both of them were like, oh no, no, I can do it. I will take time out. I will do it. You just have to remind me. I will do it. How hard is it to log in every day? One of them said before they joined. I don't know why they can't log in. I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Hasn't logged in months. Well, not months, but weeks. And then one of the issues too, and this one frustrates me, is before we started playing the Discord D&D, he didn't have all of his stuff turned off in Discord. And so if you'd send him a message, he would get an alert that he got a message. And he's turned all of it off. Like, he doesn't even show up as being logged into Discord anymore. Because he doesn't want us to know when he's logged into Discord. Because I would send him a message when I'd see him on, and I'd be like, hey, you gonna update the D&D game? So, like, the very second day, he shut it off. So he doesn't get alerts. He doesn't he doesn't show up as being online, so you can message him to remind him. And yeah. So anyways, no D&D this week. But I think I'm gonna have to drop him and the other player, which is my sister. She doesn't want anybody to know in our game that it's her, for some reason. But she's not any better. She got all mad about how they wouldn't log in and update their turns before she joined, because she was like, how hard is it to just, check your phone once a day? I'm like, exactly. How hard is it just to check your phone once a day to look at Discord and say, oh yeah, this is where we're at, this is what we need to do? Read a couple of messages, maybe a couple of long messages if somebody's asked for some lore from me. And yeah, and that's it. Nope, she can't be bothered to do it either. So I think I'm going to have to drop her character and the other character. I guess I can ask the other 2 if they want to run new characters. Because one of them updates like once a week at least, and the other one was 2. And so I think if I can just get those 2 to play, maybe we can go somewhere with this campaign. It's my future apocalypse sci-fi fantasy crossover campaign that I'm running. But nobody updates it because they can't ever get any messages back from the other 2. And so, it's like one of them's a druid, one of them's a ranger, the 2 who don't play. And so their city, their little town, where the headquarters for the organization they belong to are, was the first one attacked in the story. Alright, here we go. Horde time. I suppose I should get over here to my Horde area. Horde time. What kind of Horde do we got coming in? Football player? Nope, that's not a football player. Just a guy. Just a guy. Hitting the barbed wire. Oh, I was going to put some lights up, but I never did. Got a big guy coming in. Oh, we got some green something spawning on the hill here. As long as they're not police officers. I'm only worried about police officers. Yeah. Oh man, that tree made her mad. Did you see that? Whew. She was not having it. That tree was her enemy. Oh man, just listen to those blades chopping everything up. It's great. They were actually complaining about the zombies again and how unfair it was in the current version that they could just come in and destroy your base. The guys that I stream with. You know what? You get a few traps up like I kept telling them to do. It's not insurmountable. They literally thought that 6 of these blades was going to protect the entire base. Obviously, that's not the case. That guy's coming around the side. Did you see that? He's trying to sneak in where there's no blades. Oh, is there somebody back here too? Oh, yeah. I kind of thought there'd be like way more like spider zombies or officers or stuff like that. Oh, you know, am I really down to 21 bullets? Apparently I need to make some more bullets. But yeah, it's frustrating. Well, it's like my sister and her family asked me to run a game in real life, and so we were playing a game in real life too. And then a year ago, my sister said she was too busy one Sunday, because we always played Sunday afternoon, and we've never played since. She's always doing something on. It's ridiculous how, to me, because I don't go anywhere. I don't like to do anything really. I don't like parties, or I don't like going shopping for things. If I do my shopping, I do it online if I can. I mean, if I gotta go to a party, I'll go to a party, but it's not something I go out of my way to seek. I don't plan for spending the weekend at a cabin at a party, you know. And she's done that like 4 times this summer, where she just up and is like, "I'm going to my friend's cabin for the weekend. We got a party on Saturday." Like, okay. Pack up and go camping and then complain that you have no time to do anything. I bet they've gone camping 5 times this summer. And yes, it is an issue, because there's so much stuff to do around here, and they act like they shouldn't have to do anything. Like, I'm not gonna begrudge anyone the occasional, "Hey, let's go plan this weekend," but it's always like a spur of the moment, and it's like every weekend. It's like, oh, it's the weekend. I've got all this work I have to have done by the 1st of the month, but hey, I've decided I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go do something else. Obviously, we have to go drive to the other side of the state to look at a boat. Here's a great example. This is a prime example of why I find it to be an issue. 2 weeks ago. Now I own a bunch of clothes, right? I mean, most people own a bunch of clothes, but I own a bunch of clothes, and I don't go out of the house because I work. So my clothes are like a whole bunch of t-shirts, a whole bunch of shorts, you know, that kind of stuff. And so it's not like the kids who have school uniforms and they've only got 3 of them, or my sister who has to dress professionally for her job, or even my brother-in-law who has to wear a uniform at his job, right? Because they've only got a few of those. But I can wear whatever. And so, for me, it's not a big deal. This week, my hamper was full. I have my own clothes hamper because they won't wash my clothes. And I'm not saying I have a problem washing my clothes. My problem is that we used to just throw everything in the same bucket, and then they'd wash all the clothes and just pick mine out and throw them on the floor. And I'm like, well, that's weird because I had like a t-shirt in there. You couldn't wash a t-shirt? Why don't we wash your clothes with our clothes? We live in the same house. So 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, the wash machine quit. And they have been complaining about the wash machine and the dryer for years. The wash machine needed to be repaired, and I told him to call a repair guy. I wasn't going to do it. And so instead of calling a repair guy, they were going to buy a used wash machine from a guy for $50. And I'm like, we've got the money. If we want to get a new one, let's just get a new one. No. He wanted to get this used washing machine off this guy. Well, that never happened. Instead, what happened was my brother got new washing machine and dryer, and so his old ones were still available. I saw that shadow. I think there's vultures. Gonna go up top, see. And so I'm like, why don't we just get new ones instead of taking other people's old junk? I don't understand. And I'm like, this wash machine isn't going to last very long. Well, at least we can save money now. We don't need to save money. I don't understand. I mean, like, yes, we shouldn't waste money, but if our wash machine is broken, then we should get a new wash machine or get this one fixed, because I'm pretty sure all that's wrong with it is the sensor that tells whether or not the lid is closed. I feel like it'd be like a $50 service fee and a $8 part. Yeah, so like 2 weeks ago it quit working. So for a week, it sat there with clothes in it. And what was that? And I saw that it had clothes in it. I didn't say nothing. Probably wasn't a week. It's probably like 4 or 5 days. And until my sister's like, "Hey, where are those clothes you were gonna wash? I think some of the kids' uniforms were in there." And so he had to wash them by hand because the wash machine quit, and he knew it. He knew it, but he didn't say anything, and he didn't tell anybody. I knew it, but you know what? It wasn't my mess, and I wasn't gonna get involved because I'm sick of having to clean up always. And and so uh, the neighbor kid was coming over to help. Well, the neighbor kid was coming over because my sister was hiring him to clean the garage, and so him and I partially cleaned the garage. I think he's supposed to come back over tomorrow, so we'll probably work on it some more tomorrow. Um, but so I was like, hey, while he's here, we should. After they finally admitted that the wash machine was broken, I'm like, hey, we should, get that swapped out. And so he was here, and nope, no, my brother-in-law had to go someplace, and he's gone for just hours at a time when he goes places, and oh man, just it drives me crazy. And so then I'm like, hey, if you want me to help you swap out those wash machines, you need to get the water out of it. And so he's like, well, I don't know how to do that. So I'm like, okay, well, neither do I. So we have like the Alexa, show me Alexa in the kitchen, and I'm like, hey Alexa, how do you empty a? Oh, she's gonna talk. How do you empty a full wash machine? And so she shows and she tells. Well, it didn't work on ours exactly. So I'm like, well, why don't you just go get a hose and then we'll just siphon it out. And so we had an old hose somebody threw in a pile. I'm like, just go cut a piece off about your height and then we'll use that. Uh, Man, I think everybody's dead. No, I think I heard a breaking sound. Um, and oh shoot, I got like no bullets left. And so uh, so he starts to pull out the wash machine, and he pulls it about 2 feet out. And I'm like, okay. And then he goes and he gets a hose, and then he brings the hose in, and then he wanders off to do something else. And I'm like, dude, you're busy, I'm busy. We're not gonna have another night to be able to do this. I need to wash some clothes this week because all my clothes, I'm sitting in ratty old clothes right now. I don't have to go anywhere, so that's fine for me. But I am out of clothes, so I need to wash clothes. So I need the wash machine going again. I feel like I hear a zombie. But I don't see him. And you know what? Let's take up the gyrocopter one last time while I finish my story here before we call it. And so he just wanders off, leaves the wash machine. The drainage hose is still in the wash machine. The hot and cold water feeds are still attached, and he's just gone. So I go in and I get the tools, and because he didn't even get any tools, I unhook it, I pull it out, and then I get over the thing, and he's like, "Oh, I was gonna do that." I'm like, "Dude, it's been 45 minutes. I've been waiting on you. I don't know where you went to." "Oh, well, I'd answer some stuff on my phone." "Yeah, you did, posting on Facebook." And so so we get that drained, and then he just disappears again. After I stand there holding the hose in place, and I drained it. All he did was put the hose into the water, pulled it out, and did exactly what I told him to do, which is to push it all in the water till the air comes out, put your thumb over the end, pull it out, and then put it in the drain that we had right next to the wash machine down by the floor, and let it drain into the drain. And so he starts doing that, and then he walks away, and then I stood there making it drain. And then after that's all done, I went and I got the dolly so we could move it out, and I brought it in, and I put the dolly in front of it. I basically waited another 40, 50 minutes for him to finally come back in. I'm like, "Dude, if we're going to do this, we need to do it now." And then my sister gets home. He's like, "Yeah, I drained the wash machine, so we're going to move it now." I'm like, "You did what? You went out and cut a piece of hose off. I've done everything else except pull your family's clothes out of the wash machine. That's the only parts you did was pull your clothes out and cut a piece of hose off. That's it." So then we carried the... Ooh, here comes a bunch of zombies. Oh no, that's not zombies. I thought that was zombies running. It was not zombies running. I'm gonna miss you, base. You were an excellent base. You handled the zombie hordes very well. I'm gonna miss my garden. Look at that beautiful garden. I didn't even get to play with my super corn. But yeah, so we got the new... Well, we got the old junky wash machine in place. It works, but it looks like it's in worse condition than ours. Except it runs, and ours doesn't run. So I guess it's in better condition than ours. It's a smaller wash machine, too, and they're all like, "Oh, I like the size of this one." You throw in giant loads of clothes. What do you mean you like the size of this one? It's tiny. It's not tiny, I guess, but... like, I feel like my hamper of clothes was, like, a little over half, and now my hamper of clothes is almost full. It's that much smaller. But, yeah. Ooh, I don't want to land here. I changed my mind. I don't want to land on this side. Alright, well, that's enough of me complaining. And I think this should be the end of Alpha 17. I am very happy that I got my gyrocopter. For sure. It's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. I wish it was a little earlier in the levels. I don't know what it's going to be like in 18, because I think 18 has revamped a lot of stuff again. And so I'm looking forward to it. But alright, with that, click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. And I will talk to you later.